Good day, my dear friends. Today is a glorious day, and you are all in for the treat of your life. Praise be to the Lord. This show is going to be a first of its kind. Sit down, strap your seatbelts, enjoy the ride. This is going to be the ride of your life. Introduction. About myself, my name is Krish Ravi Shankar. I live in New Jersey with my family. My wife Shobana and I work in the IT industry for financial services, and we have a family of two children. We live in New Jersey, and we are just an ordinary family. I'm a simple guy with a simple job, a nice family, and a comfortable life. Praise be to the Lord. But what I plan to talk is about a personal experience. This is a personal experience, and this is just my personal experience alone. And I am not expecting anybody to take it and believe it as the truth. But it is up to you to see if my personal experience makes any sense to you. So, what is the title? Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is it is as a personal conversation with God. The title of my talk show is a personal conversation with God, and it is about how I outsmarted God. You can ask me, how the hell did you do that? What is that outsmarting God even mean? I'm going to tell you. That's the whole purpose of this talk show. But first, I have some disclaimers for you. So without the disclaimers, we can go much further. My first disclaimer: I will hurt no feelings. This is the most important disclaimer for me. I can't talk and hurt anybody's feelings. That's important. And if I ever hurt anybody's feelings, you have all the right to ask me to stop. And I will stop. I will not ask you to listen to me any further, and I will leave. Those who want to listen to me can always find me another place at suitable time and listen to me, and I will not offend the person who is offended any further. I will humbly seek my million apologies from the person, and I will leave the scene. I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings ahead of time. Please let me know if I'm hurting anybody's feelings. I will not claim to be an expert in any topic, though I can claim some expertise in some. I will not say that I know everything. I know some things, and some things I know very well. I'll stick to that. I'm not claiming to be enlightened in any way or form. The enlightened are generally silent. If the ego is talking, then I'm definitely unenlightened only. I do not know the absolute truth in its entirety. My human mind is not large enough to contain it. It's just too large for any mind, any human mind, to understand and contain the absolute truth. All we can contain is a personal truth. And this is a personal truth about which I'm going to talk today and going forward. But I will have a chat with you about the ultimate truth also. That's going to be exciting. All of this that I'm going to say is a personal experience that happened strictly and strictly in my mind and my mind alone. Believing it or not is completely up to you. You can take it any which way you want and do whatever you want with it. You don't have to accept anything that I have to say. Believe it only if it jives with your own personal truth. All of us, in my opinion, have a personal truth within us. That is our inner truth. And if this inner truth jives between us, then we are in resonance. And if your inner truth jives with the ultimate truth, you are in resonance with the ultimate truth. And when you are in resonance with ultimate truth, that is called bliss. Bliss is nothing but the resonance of the personal truth with the ultimate truth. That's all there is to that. So now that I'm done with my disclaimers, I want to go a little bit about some basic stuff. This is important. Okay? I'm going to tell you this. In this chat, in this lecture, all I will tell you is this. Where we can go in reality, I'm not talking about just a talk. I'm telling you, where we can go in reality is only going to be restricted by the imagination of our collective mind. So that means anything that we can imagine, we can be, and we can make it happen collectively, including taking Earth and converting it into a large galactic spaceship just with our minds and minds alone, and going on a journey across the boundaries of Earth into faraway galaxies. And you're going to have opportunities to meet with people of all different kinds and types as just your imagination takes you. This is the great thing. What I found is nectar. I'm going to tell you about this. You know who I am? First, I need to tell you something about me. I am the rebirth of Prometheus. Prometheus, you know what he did? He stole fire from heaven. He's a titan. He stole fire and gave it to the people on earth. He's the ultimate trickster. I'm going to do the same for you. But before that, I need to tell you something about myself. So it's going to be not all that exciting all the time, because it's going to be a mixture of a little bit of excitement, a little bit of moderation, a little bit of slowdown, a little bit of everything, all kinds of emotions. That's going to be the nature of this lecture or this talk show. My personal spiritual experience has been up and down. I'm about 52 years old. I'll be 53 soon. And I have lived my life in different ways and forms. I used to be an atheist when I was a child. I had an inquisitive mind, so I was interested in inquiry. I wanted, I just will turn, I will not turn unstone, you can say. I want to see what's under the stone. I always wanted to know the mechanics and the inner workings of everything I see. So I was very inquisitive. And when people told me that there is a God and this guy is this and that and things and that, and all many goddesses, I'm born in the Hindu faith, a Brahmin by birth, and I lived in Chennai in India. And everywhere where I lived over there, everybody used to be telling me about God, and I never believed in all these things because it never made any sense to me how these things worked. For me, if I can't get the inner workings of anything, I tend to be very skeptical that even exists. That's the way I am. So, if today I'm able to tell you that God exists, then you must be certain that I clearly understand the inner workings of this concept called God. That's my spiritual experience. So, my understanding of God. My understanding of God is that God is unknowable. God is everything and everything. Anything and everything is God. Okay, He is the beginning and He is the end. Bhagavad Gita talks so much about God. But Bhagavad Gita gives only one version of God from a certain limited perspective in the context of Krishna. My experience of God is not just limited from the context of Krishna, but of the myriad forms that he has got amongst multiple religions along the world. So God is the central connecting figure for all religions. He is the central. No religion will ever say that he doesn't exist. Some religions just don't talk about him. That's it. They just don't talk about him. They never say he doesn't exist. No religion says he doesn't exist. Okay? In my opinion. Okay? My understanding of the self. Myself. I am a vehicle for God's experience. I am a vehicle for God's experience. God is the ultimate doer and the thinker. I am a vehicle for his experience and his experience alone. I am a vehicle for his personal pleasure. He talks through me. He acts through me. But it is him. He talks to you. He talks to you. He talks through you. And he acts through you. But it is not you who is talking and acting, in my opinion. It is just him understanding how the world looks like from your perspective. That's my understanding of the self. The ego is the thing called the intellect that thinks that it is the doer, but it is not the doer. Ego incorrectly assumes that, and us as human beings, I believe that most of us are associated with the ego, and we think ego is who we are, and I believe that is false. My understanding of existence is we live in a virtual reality world. That's it. We live in a virtual reality world. We are projections of consciousness. That's all we are. Concept. Energy exists, and you also got this thing called intent. Energy and intent produce consciousness. And this consciousness is what we are. Think of us as a drop of consciousness. That's what we are. So that's what existence is. And we perceive this in various ways. We all see the world, the universe around us, from our own perspectives. From a small-minded bacteria to a plant, to an animal, to humans, to planets, everything is an experience for the Almighty. So that's all there is to it. Okay. Nectar. No, I'm sorry, not nectar. He got the fire from heaven to earth. So, see, going forward, it's another disclaimer I want to make. When I say Prometheus did, I should have said it is believed or I believe. But so I'm going to make another disclaimer saying everything I say, everything I say, including the facts that I present, are just opinions only. Because even facts are in the end opinions only. Everything is just an opinion. So when I claim anything, so from that disclaimer, I'm just going to say things as I say it. So Prometheus brought fire to earth. He is the supreme trickster. Okay? I have gone one step further. And I have gone one step further. What I have done is I have stolen Amrut, the nectar of the gods that makes you a god too. Yes, I stole it. And I know where it's hidden. And I'm going to tell you guys how to find it. Stick with me. You're in for a treat. Amrut, man. Once you become a god, you can do anything. Think about it. I'm going to give all of that to you. Just for free. Very, very simple. All of this is going to be yours for nothing. You can't give me nothing. Imagine. All of this is available for you for nothing. You are like, no way. You can't do it. You can do it. You can't believe it. You are going to say, no, no. You are not capable of doing it. That's what you will say. That I am not capable of getting anything done. No, my friend, all my friends, we can get it done, and I'm going to give it to you. So, sit back, grab a bag of popcorn, and enjoy the ride. Do strap the seatbelt. The ride can get bumpy from time to time. You know, sometimes you have to go across galaxies, and there could be spaceships, and there could be aliens chasing us. You know, and you might have to negotiate with them, like Star Wars or Star Trek. You might even be. I'm going to make you all Jedi warriors. Imagine, all of you are going to be Jedi warriors. You'll be able to bend time and space. You will be beautiful warriors. But we will be completely non-violent. We don't practice violence. We do it all with love. Love is the only thing that we have in our heart. We do not embrace darkness. We will stick with love and love alone. Now, sit back and enjoy the show. I'm going to take a short break now.